Welcome back to my channel Unusual Pora. Today we shall continue with the breakdown of the races featured in the Master of Orion, Conquer the Stars PC game. Today I will cover the Sakkra. They are an aggressive, competitive race that fight to survive on crowded planets with little room for formal laws. A small backstory as to what the game is all about. Master of Orion, Conquer the Stars, also called simply Master of Orion, is a science fiction turn-based strategy 4X game. It is the fourth game in the Master of Orion series and a reboot of the series, developed by Argentina-based Nimble Giant Entertainment and published by Wargaming. The game was released on Steam Early Access on February 26, 2016, with a full release planned on Microsoft Windows, OS X, and Linux later in 2016. In Master of Orion, Conquer the Stars, the player leads one of 11 playable races to galactic supremacy through the exploration and colonization of star systems while utilizing diplomacy, conquest, and technological developments. Sakkra Society. The Sakkra are an aggressive race that must constantly conquer new planets to support their teeming population. They shun scientific and diplomatic pursuits in favor of aggressive expansionist philosophies. If they run out of room for peaceful expansion, they will not hesitate to attack anyone who stands in their way. Primal in their ways, the cold-blooded Sakkra from the planet Sla seem uncouth and unenlightened to many of the other races. However, their hulking forms and rustic rituals belay an enduring memory that has helped them reach the stars. They are lorded over by the hierarch, a long-lived progenitor, and in very literal sense, the father of much of the brood. His main concern is for his offspring, whether acquiring colonies for them to reproduce or securing resources necessary for their survival. It follows that the hierarch adopts a familiar and fatherly tone towards those he regards as allies. To the Sakkra, everyone is either part of the family or a hated enemy. The Sakkra are an aggressive, competitive race that fight to survive on crowded planets with little room for formal laws. They are a physically imposing race that are determined to prove themselves as worthy adversaries against any opposition in the galaxy. The strong are the only ones who survive on Sla, the Sakkra Homeworld, where there are regular fights to the death in the streets. The only way to stand out in the massive Sakkra population is to show great strength and to defeat any challengers to your claims. The Sakkra believe that the Mother God and Father God bore the first generation of Sakkra many millions of years ago. These first children formed the oldest tribes which Sakkra still claim as ancestors, yet the mother and father were so controlling that the first tribes united under a hierarch to battle them for control. It is said that the battle lasted 3 days, and when it was over, the gods were dead. The Sakkra had united victoriously under their first hierarch. They are a race which fondly remembers the brutal destruction of their own creators, whoever they were long ago. The government of the Sakkra is a feudal system composed of various tribes, headed by a hierarch which represents them on the intergalactic stage. The government and the Sakkra people as a whole are called the Brood. It is an established fact that all Sakkra hierarchs die on their throne. No one walks away peacefully, and regime changes are an especially bloody time in Sakkra civilization. The Sakkra military makes up for what the Sakkra lack in diplomacy skills. Sakkra soldiers benefit from natural intimidation skills and a lifetime of internal warfare on their home planets. The Sakkra have a massive population which continues to grow at exponential rates. New planets are necessary to support their population. Planet Sla. The heavy and humid atmosphere of the Sakkra's homeworld, Sla, makes it a dense hothouse of lush vegetation and diverse life. The planet is covered in thick and intertwining jungles that surround a single vast, sluggishly stirring sea. The Sakkra must spread over all habitable land and also burrow deep within the planet in order to support their ever-expanding population. Sla, along with the Great Sea that is considered the primordial mother of all Sakkra, is a sacred and glorious place that the people will defend to their deaths. Cordata, the capital city of Sla, was one of the first cities built by the ancient Sakkra. It was laid out for a much smaller population, and today it bursts at the seams, with overcrowded structures crammed into every available space. Cordata is sited at the ideal location between the sea, nearby mountains, and the lush plains where most of the Sakkra's produce is grown. The throne of Guanar is located deep beneath the palace grounds in the center of the city. There the hierarch squats and plots the expansion of the Sakkra people. The Sakkra are a crude, brutal, and savage race. Despite the cramped quarters and frequent brawls to the death in city streets, Sla holds a unique place in the consciousness of the Sakkra. As the Sakkra aggressively spread to neighboring planets, the concept of home continues to evolve and adjust to fit the bursting needs of the people. But of all the lands they must conquer to support their booming population, only one planet can be considered the true birthplace of the Sakkra. Sakkra Espionage. The chameleon division of the Brood's espionage program must do their best to avoid the things which the Sakkra traditionally value. Brute force, shows of aggression, and overt power plays can be the undoing of spy missions. Spies of the Brood must also learn how to operate independently, away from the sheer numbers that compose one of the Sakkra's greatest strengths. The specialized training that is devoted to the Sakkra espionage program is a necessary commitment if the Sakkra ever seek to rise above the most rudimentary strategic vision. Sakkra spies are often deadly warriors and brilliant tacticians, able to operate independently from the Brood for long periods of time. They come from all backgrounds and tribes of Sakkra society, each bringing specialized skills with them as they serve the hierarch in the galaxy. Many spies report directly to the hierarch, or else their hard-fought information may be used in the frequent internal power struggles of Sakkra rule. Sakkra ships. Now we will discuss the different types of Sakkra vessels. 1. The Sakkra frigate. Sakkra ships are fully utilitarian in their design. The distinctive jagged panels of the Brood's fleet are primarily defensive in nature, not unlike the shells that many Sakkra carry on their own bodies. The bright green exterior recalls the tropical vistas of the Sakkra's native slough. Bravo designs of the frigate concentrate the panel defenses on the rear of the ship. 2. The Sakkra destroyer. Destroyer-class ships boast an impressive crown of thorns in the form of a nearly complete ring of dense panels that can protect vital parts of the ship from incoming fire. The core of the ship is sloped to help deflect enemy attacks. The Bravo ship models merge the protective panels in the main hull of the ship for a unified defense system. 3. The Sakkra cruiser. The Sakkra cruisers focus their panels on the front of the ship, creating a deadly battering ram which can be used in ramming and boarding maneuvers. The main section of the ship is stout in design and built to take a severe beating. The alternative cruiser design maintains the battering ram front, though it is subtler in its shape. 4. The Sakkra battleship. The battleship-class ships of the Brood carry over the most successful design features from two predecessors. The destroyer's distinct crown of panels is merged with the battering ram panels of the cruiser class, creating a battleship that is ready for any type of combat. Bravo models of the ship have a similar design, but incorporate more sloped sections of the main hull. 5. The Sakkra Titan. Sakkra Titan-class ships embody the spirit of the Sakkra in battle. The best defense is a good offense. The brute strength of the Titan allows it to sustain an inordinate amount of damage, but never at the cost of offensive capabilities. 6. The Sakkra Doomstar. Durable panels hide the core of the Sakkra Doomstar from damage, but it would truly be a feat on the part of the Brood's enemies if they even came close enough to get a good look. And so concludes the breakdown of the Sakkra race for Master of Orion, Conquer the Stars PC game. I hope you enjoyed this video. If I may be so bold, may I request that you, dear listener, to click the like button and possibly share the video so the brilliance of this game can be spread far and wide. In my next video I will cover the Silicoid. They are a mysterious and inorganic race with no emotion, sentimentality, or feelings. Until next time, Unusual Pora signing off.